What up guys, today we're out in the workshop, woodworking, making bench tops. Over the last few weeks we've had a tree cut down. I've split the tree all up into bits and pieces and I've been flattening them all off. I'm going to show you that whole process in another video, making something else with some wood slabs. So whilst these are already here and the one that's set up on this whole jig sled that I've made up here, I'm going to keep thinning this one down. I think it needs about another 20 mils off it. So I'll just do a quick time lapse of how I've done it on this particular sled, because the next piece is going to be a whole nother sled build up because it's a bigger piece of wood. So this is a whole new learning curve to me. I've just YouTubed my way through it, YouTube qualified. So from what I've seen on the old interweb, the old YouTube here, there's many different ways to do it. This is just a way I've come up with what I have lying around. A very slow process, but without going out and buying heaps of expensive tools to sort of make one-off pieces, just because I enjoy playing around on the shed, so it doesn't work out. So this is how I've done it. I've got a little small router just in a jig, and that just slides up and down, backwards and forwards, and you just slide this whole panel along, and backwards and forwards, and just keep going along. So this one here, I've already pre-buzzed the whole top section. We just want to make it a little bit thinner, I guess. I think she's at 70. I'd like it around the 50 mark. We'll lift it all up, lift this piece of wood up higher, because you know my jig's not hardcore. We just stack some more bits underneath there and bring the piece of wood up higher, but it's doing the trick for what I'm needing. So here we go, fast play. Awesome. Well, this is sort of what it looks like after you've done a first skim. She's all just roughed up, chucking it down by height. So we've taken about, I don't know, 7 mil out. But yeah, we'll just carry on buzzing away. Bzzz. So yeah, I really don't know where we got it. So I'm pretty sure we just did some fast skimming over before. So we're going to set this up again and do a final pass, because we're at about the thickness that we want. So the room out. Sweet as, looky. Pull the last bits off there. Oh, not too bad. That's pretty cool, really. Oh, she's down to about the thickness that we would like. Actually, I can't remember what the other side looks like, so we'll give that a bit of a turn over. This side here is probably going to be the top. I got 3 slabs. They all need trimming up to fit whatever we need to fit. Start working all of that out, eh? I think I'm finished with this whole setup, so I'll lift this over to the side, get a little bit more room, get all this tidied back up again. Shambles town. But it's okay, because we're having fun and that's the main thing. Cool, well now we've got a piece of just sort of, this was a piece that I sort of muzzed up with the chainsaw, so the backside is quite thin. So, and seeing as we're gonna make a double tier desk out of this one, we're gonna cut a straight line here, which will be the back of the bench, you could say, straight along this line here, and that'll be the back of the bench, you could say, and this will be the front part, with the nice curved edge along the front. This piece here and this piece here is going to be the top piece for the bench setup we got going on. Let's flatten it out, get the saw out, just get committed, eh? Cut it. Awesome. Well, there's the piece we just cut off. Not a bad cut, not too shabby if you ask me. So just cut off just off the line, because we've got room to work with then, you see. It's definitely fattened that bottom side up a wee bit. Still a bit thin at that end, but you know, amateur on the chainsaw. I didn't use any guides, just freehand. Just thought I was better than what I was. This here's got a big massive crack and I've sort of just gummy filled it up with some PVA sawdust mix just to sort of maybe help it. No, and I'll finish it off with it and fill it right up and buzz it back. But I think to help stop that from coming apart, I might actually drill a hole straight through here, because this is to be the back side on the bench, so you won't actually see it, so it'll be alright. Put a hole through there, put a bar straight through here, and then that should stop it from twisting, hopefully. A bar, you know, like a dowel or something, whatever they use for timber, so to get that bow out, or to stop it getting worse. Cool, so what I'm trying to figure out here, this will be a lot higher, sort of up here higher, the front edge, say this, the desk side, and then this will be the higher side, you know, if you could imagine like a doctor's, when you go to the doctor's counter or a counter like that, and you've got the high side and the low side, that's what I'm trying to do here with these bits of wood. So just trying to figure out what way around actually works when it's a little bit taller, what looks nicer. Bit of figuring out to do. marked up both ends. Got ourselves a straight line here and a straight line here. We now know what we're working with. I don't know the measurement between here and here, but this is what it is and we can't really change it. Should have left it on the tree for longer, it could have been a little bit bigger. Oh, there you go, that's all trimmed up along there. Straight edge. That is somewhat what the bench will look like with the top shelf obviously higher, so now we've got to figure out the framing system where the glass panel will sit. Awesome, well, we got some wood to make the frame for the window, not the frame for the window, but just the box in the inside that the window is going to be covering. We got some wood, ran down the backyard and picked that up from underneath the resi box. So I'm going to measure up a square frame, quickly tack that together, and then we'll make the legs for this top piece. Exciting. New day, it's a new day, it's a new activity. Yeah. Grab some measurements. What's that? 545. Oh, what's that? 840. Well, I already marked it because you were too slow, couldn't keep up. That pulled the old flat battery stunt. Jesus. Oh, we've got them all cut. I don't know if you missed that. Camera went flatties. We're going to get the drill and we're going to screw a square box together. Square box. Voila! Oh, let's see if my calculations work. Did it? Pretty good. So yeah, this will all be cleaned up. All cleaned up in there, and we'll have a backing, and we'll probably use that off-cut piece for some shelves maybe, and we'll put some fancy things in there, and that'll be on the face down here. Well, I reckon that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, I haven't figured out how to hold the window in, and I was just sort of thinking then I could have made this a little bit bigger, routed the edge out, set the window in flush, and then you had a bit more room to tack a thing on the outside, but yeah, it's too late now. Figure something out. The glass is to be continued, but we've got a square box. Make some legs. Just cut some legs up. Can't see what I'm doing. What we're trying to do is we want this to sit in here. There's a bit of a glass display piece, you see? That will look pretty fancy and cool. We'll figure out how to box up the ends there to hold this in. Right, I think enough thinking. What we need is something across here, and then we'll put 2 ups in. It's pretty overkill, but measuring stick. That should be 1100. Half of 1100 is 550. And that thing's 545. It's 272. Perfectly centre, gonna be okay. What does it need to be? Up, off centre. Up, off centre. Right, we'll freestyle that measurement right there. That's what we're all about. And re-measure from there. Most excited about. I'll put this over there and let's put the top on. Let's put the top on. Far out, I'm gonna need some mates to come move this when it's finished. Awesome. Now we'll move it around and get this next bit stuck on there. These are just temporary, so because I think I might drill some holes in the back and bang it in there, but just to hold it up for what we're trying to do. I think she's turning out pretty cool, really. Got that temporary sort of stabilizers under there just to sort of hold that up until I figure out how I'm going to either dowel that in there or, yeah, might even just even cut those nicely. Pretty stoked, really. That'll be the glass piece, the front. It'll be all covered up around it and all the way to the floor, and I'll do the same around the back here. I'm pretty stoked with how that's actually starting to turn out. Starting to look like what was in my brain. Ooh. That's going to be it for this episode, this little bit of a chapter of making this The next time you see us out here making these, it's going to be the second one and the finishing of these. The next one here is going to be a bit wider as well, so I'm going to put 2 extra glass panels down the side, depending on how wide we can actually get it. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll check in maybe in a month or 2 once we've got the other 2 finished. Like, this is quite a long process. This is not a 2-minute jobby. This is, you know, when I feel like having a tinker. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. All that just jazz. Yeah, so that'll be the thing in the front.
What?
This.
What thing?
The glass panel in the front. Oh, it's going to be something like that anyway.
Are you talking to the camera?
Yes.
Oh. I thought you were talking to me.
Well, I was.